Okay, so I'm going to work through several of your problems for your homework tonight. The first part was the calculator stuff, so I'm going to go through that first. I'm going to try to do this a little differently, so hopefully it'll work out. But basically on problem number 1, that's asking you an outlier with a value of 14 is added to the data set of 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. They want to ask how does that outlier affect the mean and the median. Okay, so what I have done, and this is what I'm going to try to do, is go back and forth between my Elmo and my smartboard and see if it'll work. Okay, so I've got L1, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. L2, I've added 14. So I'm going to do stat calc, enter, enter. And I'm going to see that the mean of the first one is 5. And the median is 5. Okay, so that gave me a mean and a median of 5 for the first one. Okay, I'm going to go back over there and look. I'm going to hit stat calc enter, but remember I have to tell it to do L2, so I'm going to hit second 2, and that puts L2. Okay, the mean here now is 6.5, and the median is 5.5. Okay, so you'll be able to tell that the mean increases by 1.5, so that means it's either B or C. The median increases by 0.5, so that makes our answer B. All right, problem number 2. Given the data set, if the outlier is removed from the data set, which measure of central tendency will be least affected? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type all of these into my L1. Okay, and then in L2, I'm going to type the same stuff, but I'm going to remove the outlier, which in this situation is going to be the 98. Okay, all right, so I'm still going to hit stat calc enter, enter. All right, and what you're going to see is that our mean, they're looking for the range, the mode, the median, and the mean. Okay, our mean is going to be, let's see if we can do this. All right, so here's the first one with the 98. Then I'm going to go do stat calc enter second L2, and here will be the second one. Okay, so it wants to know which one is least affected. All right, well, let's look at a few of these that are really easy to see to begin with. Okay, so for instance, the median. Right here it's 64 and then it's 61.5. So that is a difference of, from 64 to 61.5 is a difference of 2.5. Okay, the mean was from 67.7 to 62.7, we'll say, so that's a difference of 5. The mode, which means the most, now that's not changed at all. You just have to look at that and tell. And then the range is going to change drastically as well. So which one is not affected or is least affected? That's going to be your mode. Okay, a data set only, let's look at number 4, a data set only contains one outlier. Again, just like what happened there, which one is supposed to remain the same, that's going to be the mode, because if it only contains one, that means it's not the mode. Mode means most, which would mean it would happen more than once. All right, which value from the data set is an outlier? So which one is very, very far off? That's going to be your B, 59. Okay, and then number 6 is asking you about the rate of change from x equals 15 to x equals 25. At 15, we are at 30, and at 25, we're at approximately 29. So you just need to do the rate of change there. You can do that without the calculator, just by doing y minus y over x minus x if you want to. All right, number 7. Okay, they are already in order. So if you're adding the same shoes for $65, it would add to the front. Okay, how does the new price affect the data? The median, it says is, I believe that's increased. And the range increased. The mean increased and the range increased. The mean decreased and the range increased. Okay, so again, you're going to go into your stat. You're going to put that into L1 and L2 and compare. We'll talk about that in class tomorrow. All right, we'll go over number 8 in class tomorrow as well, and we will go over number 9 because some of y'all were struggling with those residuals today on your quiz. All right, that takes me to 10 and 11, which are very similar. One is in slope intercept, one is in standard. I'm only going to work one of these out. Okay, it is parallel on this one, so that means your slope is going to be the same. So we're going to use the 5 over 1 equals y minus 5 x minus 3, and you're going to cross multiply. Y minus 5 is going to equal 5x minus 15. And since it wants it in slope intercept form, we're going to move the 5. So it's going to be y equals 5x minus 10. Now down here, it does want perpendicular, so remember you're going to have to flip your fraction. And it does want it in standard form, so make sure x and y are together on the left-hand side, no fractions and no negative x. Number 12, line R is parallel, so we're going to use the same slope, but it's got a new y-intercept. Okay, if they want to find the x-intercept, remember we plug in 0 here for y. And then we're going to rearrange. So 2/3 x is going to equal 14. You're going to cross multiply here. And x is going to equal 21. And then down here on 14, 15, and 16, 14 and 15 are your radicals, so you just take your square root, divide your exponents by 2. And over here, you distribute. And then combine, and that's got to move to the bottom.